Skyscape Dusk. That is so hard to say. Who knows? That's a tangent. Hey guys, welcome back. So let's chat some fall makeup. I thought it would be fun to do a little mini series just kind of chatting all about fall makeup. So kind of like fall favorites, fall makeup picks, things I'm excited to wear for fall, that type of deal. So I'm gonna do 3 different videos. So today I'm gonna be chatting with you guys about eyeshadow palette picks, and then I'll do one on blushes, and then I'll do one on lips. So yeah, some fun things I picked out here. So excited about fall makeup, so let's get to it. I tried to narrow down as best as I could. I was gonna do like 5 for fall or something like that, and that was just too difficult to try to narrow down to just 5. So I think I've got like 7, 8, around that number for each category. So yeah. Okay, starting with eyeshadow, I would say that this is really kind of an honorable mention. This is the Maybelline The City Mini Palette Matte in Skyscape. Oh yeah, it is. I was gonna say Skyscraper. No, it doesn't say that. It says Skyscape Dusk. That is really difficult to say. So this is a little outside sleeve, and here is the actual palette. The reason I say this is an honorable mention, I like this if you are going for a mauvey, plummy sort of an eye look. It's difficult to find a palette that's kind of in that family, and it's difficult to find cool tone shadows across palettes in general. I mean, palettes are generally, there's a lot more warm tone palettes than cool toned in general, but especially in the drugstore too. So that's why I like this one, because of what's happening in it, the color family in here. I wouldn't say that it is the best quality palette I've ever tried, but I do still really like it. I still think it's very workable. I think you can pair this with other things like plummy shadows and get a really beautiful look. But I wouldn't say that it is like knock it out of the park quality, but still very workable. And like I said, if you're going for these plummy looks, these kind of plummy, shadowy colors, it's kind of hard to find sometimes. So see them there? Still very workable. They are a soft shadow formula, and they kind of have to be built up a little bit, but still very workable. So there's that one, kind of honorable mention. Another one of these City Mini palettes that I love. This one is more difficult to find, but when I was looking online, I was able to find it online. So I still want to mention it to you. So, because I think it still can be found, but it's just a little bit more difficult. This is the City Mini Palette Matte in High Rise Sunset. There's the little sleeve. I stinking love this one. Love this one. It is so good. I just like go straight for this yellow right here. It is stinking amazing. So that's beautiful. I love this color. I love this rusty shade. So obviously this one is much more warm toned than the Skyscape Dusk. That is so hard to say. So definitely a lot more warm toned with this one. If you're just going for that like fall leaves, changing colors sort of an eye look, this is beautiful for that. I mean, look at those colors. I mean, these two and that rusty shade. And these swatch and apply so nicely on the eyes. The quality of this one is great. So I really enjoy the quality of this one. And that's what I think is interesting. I really think this other one, this cool tone one, it's more to do with the type of colors than the formula, if that makes sense. I just generally find gray shadows to a lot of times just be a little bit more like goofy in some way, like not as wow in the formula. I don't even know if that makes sense. So that's why I'm saying, I think it's just the fact that these are kind of plummy gray colors. I don't know if that's more difficult to formulate. Who knows? That's a tangent. Here are swatches on this one. Beautiful. So gorgeous. I mean, look at that yellow. It is beautiful. It's bright, but has like a mustardy, fall-y yellow sort of a color to it. So yeah, I absolutely love this palette. I'm looking here. All my favorites are affordable, so that's exciting. Okay, so this one right here, this is the Milani, what is this? Earthy Elements? Earthy Elements. So another beautiful warm toned palette. I just instantly, when I think about fall makeup, this color right here, this kind of like rusty orange color, is instantly what I think of. So palettes that have these in them, so fall. But really, if you take that shadow out, this is just a great neutral palette any time of year. So this is just an awesome palette in general, but it is really beautiful for fall. The mattes are blendable. You get some shimmery shades in there. They're really kind of more metallic than shimmery, I would say. Oh my goodness. That orange is beautiful. Ooh, and that bronzy shade, that is amazing. Just a second, wait till you see this. There's kind of a chocolatey bronzy shade, and then there's a more like burgundy, rosy sort of bronzy shade. Gorgeous. So you could definitely go lighter with this palette if you wanted to for every day, or you can definitely get those more smoky sort of looks with those two right there. But that one, amazing. This guy is newer to my collection, and I really enjoy this one too. This is the Sunsets palette. This one I think is really beautiful for summertime, but also fall. This one has, of course, this kind of traditional fall shade there, but then it's got these kind of wine, rosy, woo, sort of colors. But then you have these brighter shades in here. So a lot of versatility with this palette. So you can go dark and sultry, or you can go more light for daytime. So you definitely have lots of flexibility and options with this one. Holy moly. And once again, this like rusty shade is just intensely pigmented and such nice quality. And I don't even know what to say. That wine color, what? I mean, you can see it in the pigmentation. It kind of just speaks for itself. They are soft shadows, so they definitely kick up product in the pan. And I do get a little bit of fallout on the face, but they're very, very workable. I mean, that pigmentation and how your eye look ends up being, the final product is gorgeous. So it's definitely very workable, really pigmented. Just tap off your brush. Don't dig your brush in there. That's really the main tip I would say with them. But super affordable and gorgeous. Some of my favorite palettes in the drugstore are these from Rimmel, the Magnifies palettes. This one is the Spice Edition, and this is just like so fiery is how I would describe this one. You've got those gorgeous, rusty, really metallic-y, coppery sort of shades. You've got kind of plummy shades. And these right here, like if you're going with a really dark lip and you want a lighter eye look to go with it, you've got these in here. So perfect for that. I mean, you can totally do like a dark plum eye look if you want to with that, you know, really dark lip yellow. But, you know, if you're trying to go with a lighter eye look, you've got that in this palette. Let me just get you some swatches. These are really, really beautiful. And regular price, these palettes are like around $7, but sometimes they go on sale, and then sometimes there are coupons, so you can stack them, and sometimes get them for like a really crazy price point. So that's awesome. I really enjoy these palettes in general from Rimmel, but this one is one of my favorites, if not my very favorite. I mean, look how gorgeous. Slightly soft formula, but not as soft as the CoverGirl. You might get a little bit of kick up in the pan, but they're still very, very workable. Really can create some gorgeous eye looks with this palette. It's stunning. So yeah, if you're going for that kind of like fiery sort of look, this one is a great option. Have to mention the BH Cosmetics Santa Fe palette. This is so stunning. This is beautiful for a summery eye look, but also really gorgeous for fall too, because it has those warmer shades in there, those plummy sort of shades in here. These kind of like, I would describe them as like grungy, yellowy, sandy sort of colors. So love those. I think they are really, really fun. You can play with them in different ways. Let me show you some swatches of these over here. I do have a whole video on this palette if you want to see more swatches, but here are some swatches there. Really amazing formula. I mean, if you watch my channel, you know my love for BH Cosmetics. I stinking love BH shadows. They are pigmented, blendable, easy to work with. They wear well, they're affordable, they go on great sales. I mean, they're just really good shadows. And I love collecting their palettes because I'm usually like never disappointed. They're always just really, really good. So there are some swatches of those. So yeah, I like that this palette has variety in there, that you can kind of just pick what you want to go with. You know, kind of more coppery shades, I would say, are over here, like kind of warmer coppers. Rose gold kind of colors over in here, kind of more cool tone, that one right there, more plummy. And then you've got those kind of grungy golden yellow colors. So yeah, great palette. I had a heck of a time trying to decide which of these two palettes I was going to mention to you in this video, so I figured I'll just mention them both to you. I think I ultimately would pick the Yes Please palette, but this one is beautiful too. These are both from Colourpop. This one is the California Love palette. So I will try to show you side by side so you can kind of see them side by side. Both great palettes for the fall. So California Love is more like warm and bronzy and coppery. Yes Please is, I would say just, I don't know, more variety in this one. That's why I would maybe ultimately pick this one. It's so hard. Even now I feel like conflicted because I love them both. But this one you just have like more variance in color, I would say. You have more mattes in this one. So I think it's just personal preference. Like, do you like these kind of colors more? Do you like having different variety? Or do you pretty much go with bronzy, warm sort of shades? And I think you would be really happy with this one. Or they pair really nicely together. So I would mention that to you as well. So let me show you some quick swatches from Yes Please. So there's that. I love Colourpop. I'm like shaking off, I got too much product. I love Colourpop shadows. They are awesome. They are pigmented, really amazing quality, great price point. I mean, you can see there's really a lot of like variance there, so you can really get a very creative eye look with this palette. So that's why I really enjoy that one. The mattes are very, very blendable and workable. And then California Love, I mean, if you just love like sparkly, metallic-y sort of shades, I think you would really enjoy this one. Oh, they're so pretty. I would say that the metallic-y shades in this one are fairly loosely packed, so I would definitely use a setting spray with them. But again, oh, I'm dropping lipsticks. But again, they're very, very workable. So I don't find them frustrating to work with. I think you just kind of have to tweak your application. So use a setting spray with them to kind of help hold it together a little bit. And glitter glue would even help even more, but I don't think that's absolutely necessary. But look, I mean, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you want more variation, go with the Yes Please. But if you just like warm, bronzy shades, then California Love is an awesome palette. So both great ones and really affordable. Now we're down to, I think, my two favorite picks for fall eyeshadow palettes, and I have a reason why. So the Good Sport palette, and then one from Rimmel, another one of the Magnifies palettes. So the Good Sport palette, I enjoy this so much because I feel like you have lots of different kind of fall eye look options happening in this palette. You can go with kind of a grungy green sort of look. You can go with that warmer sort of an eye look. You can go with plummy purple. You can go with that grungy yellow. You can go neutral. So there's just a lot of variation and option in this palette. And it's really great quality. It's just a little something different. I remember when this first came out and I thought, man, they are so good at creativity and just doing something a little bit different. I mean, you wouldn't look at this kind of grayish army green color and instantly think of fall, but it totally has that kind of sultry kind of a look. And then you pair it with a brighter green shadow and you've got a really fun look. So it's just beautiful and fall-y, but also kind of a little bit grungy fall-y. So it's an awesome palette, a lot of fun. And then very similar idea to that one is the Rimmel Magnifies Jewel Rocks Edition palette. Once again, I think you just have a lot of option with this palette. You can do, once again, the kind of like greeny sort of look, that mustardy yellow, just that like dirty, ugly yellow that's so amazing. sort of an eye look. You can get a coppery eye look. You can even do kind of, I don't know, like a peacock sort of an eye look, which I don't know if that's particularly fall, but you have another option in there as well. So it's just a little bit different and creative and fun. I'm just randomly picking colors here. I have a little bit of this palette on, and I don't remember what else. I'll figure it out listed down below for you. Here are swatches. So really beautiful, great quality. Oof, these grungy greens, just fun. So yeah, I think this is fall, but kind of fall out of the box. A little bit different sort of fall. Maybe a little bit edgier fall, maybe a little bit more creative fall, just a little something less of what you would think of as traditional fall makeup. So yeah, it's awesome. Okay guys, so those are all my picks for fall eyeshadow. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what your picks would be. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.